Hello everyone, the problem that we're looking at today is USACO 2016 January Gold, problem 1 of angry cows. And as you can see, 2016, so this was quite a while ago, and 2016 was after platinum was added, so supposedly this should be one of the easiest golds there ever been, but it just happens that this problem is actually really, really good, at least in my opinion, or it could just be because of I solved it by myself. But anyways, you basically are playing Angry Birds, except this time it's Angry Cows, and it's on a one-dimensional grid. You land the cow at a certain spot, and anything within the blast radius of R, which is the power that you launched it at, will be exploded, and then a chain reaction will occur, and you're trying to detonate all of the hay bales on the field with this chain reaction, and you're trying to find the minimum power for which, if you land it at the optimal spot, this will occur. So you can pause the video first and think about this yourself. Okay, this is a really, really good problem, and obviously I couldn't solve it this time as I was looking at it, and I am mildly cooked for Saturday. But as you guys also know, something years ago changed about gold and platinum, so we'll talk about that later. Anyways, first of all, at first glance, this is a binary search problem. However, after binary searching, we have to enumerate where we land the cow, and then we have to spend another ON checking whether it works. So my first idea was, well, maybe there's an optimal landing spot for every R, and we can like turn a research or something. Well, no, because sometimes you can't even detonate every single hay bale for some of the R's, and how are you supposed to define the optimal one if it doesn't even work? So, and turning research also doesn't work because it's not in the model. And now here's the big brain moment. Forward doesn't work, backwards always, always, always. So reverse psychology time, we think about how much power is needed to detonate a hay bale instead of where we landed with a fixed power after binary searching. So we pre-process this F, which means that, because right now we're going forwards after we land a bomb, we detonate the first one and the second one and the third one, but by going backwards, we basically start from the last one in which we know the minimum blast power is 0. Hold up, yeah, we know the minimum blast power is 0, and then the one before that has to have a power of 1, so on and so forth. So this way we can actually pre-process really fast and know that the minimum power we need if we land a bomb here, what would it be? Just by pre-processing, and we know that in O1. So now we have this F, which means the minimum power required to detonate the F bomb, so that the F bomb can trigger a chain reaction that's detonate the first bomb after a while, and then we pre-process another G, which do the exact same thing except for the nth bomb. And now we have to also think about the problem of how exactly do we transition this, and notice that there is actually an optimal transitioning point because we want the power to just be able to reach this new bomb to detonate it. So it's actually something also binary searchable. So basically this is a DP optimized binary search optimized DP. Hold up, no, I got it wrong. It's a binary search to optimize DP, parentheses, optimized binary search. So yeah, you optimize the binary search with a DP, but the DP itself is also optimized with another binary search. That's why I say it's such a good problem. It's just, you have to wrap your head around this, and no one would really expect this, because you already used binary search once, now you're using it again, like, what the heck? Anyways, basically, we binary search the point in which xi minus xj is just exactly fj plus 1, which is the power we need, and that's the optimal one. Anything higher is just going to be kind of a waste. So now we can quickly pre-process g and f, but now there's also one more problem, because cal doesn't have the cal that we launched doesn't have to land exactly on a hay bale, or bomb spot in this case, and it can land between. There's two ways to do this. First of all, one big brain is notice that it can only land on halfway points. It can't land on quarter points, 1/3 points, or anything else. And you can think about this yourself. But otherwise, what I did was just binary search the R and just see if, basically what I did is enumerate what the which two hay bale the cow lands between, and I don't even need to actually know where exactly it lands between. So here's what I did. Okay, first of all, let's look at how I pre-processed F and G exactly the same, and in the middle there is a binary search in which we find where we transfer from, and then we binary search for the answer, obviously. Notice that my EPS is actually not even that large, but I think this will work with just 0.5 as well. Anyways, and then I just enumerate I, in which I and I plus 1 is the gap in which we land our cow in, and then check with F and G whether it works. No, actually, it's not I and I plus 1. It's I and post, which is the rightmost spot we can reach, and then we check if landing between I and post would work using F and G that we pre-processed. Okay, yeah, so this is a great problem without a doubt, and I hope after this video you know how to solve this. Binary search optimized DP optimized binary search. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Okay, and of course, you guys all saw this coming. This is venting time, not grind report time, just venting and dissing on USACO time now. I'm not going to go to the overview page because then it reveals my name and I have to cover it up by editing and it's weird. But you guys probably all saw the notes already. USACO is moving all platinum competitors down to gold. And I know I don't look like I took any harm from this because, well, now I'm starting with all the best people and, it's good. And the platinum people are those that took the most direct harm. But if you think about it, us gold are gonna suffer a lot more than those platinum orzosities are because platinum you can just easily get back to gold, get back to your platinum in like 1 or 2 contests. If you're in a bad mood, by the third one you'll get back. But us gold people now are competing against the best of the best in the country. So basically, we're platinum now, and they still have to use these contests to distinguish between top 30 and just regular platinum, which is I think top 400. So they're gonna make the first contest extremely hard so that they have 3 contests essentially to determine who is worthy of the invitational competition. That means it's going to make it a lot harder for school to get promoted. And let me just restate why I think this contest is going to be a lot harder. So we only have 3 more contests now, right? Even with 4 contests, it's really hard to determine who is actually better. If we only have 3 contests and a bunch of people get a perfect score on their first gold contest because everyone got demoted to gold, then we're going to have like 300 perfect scores on the gold contest because platinum people can just easily get perfect scores on gold and then they get back to platinum, and then you have 2 contests left to determine which 30 out of the 400 platinum competitors who got a perfect score on gold of the first contest deserves to go to the invitational US Open. And then you just leave us 1,000 gold people just gawking at the difficulty of the December contest because you're trying to prevent perfect scores from taking place. So yeah, this is ridiculous. And I mean, we all kind of expected this, didn't we? When Yusuko said that we're going to make changes to the groups, I was expecting something even worse. Like maybe they're just going to do it like Amy, or how they do it with math, or how they do it with physics, where there's just 2 or 3 divisions, which honestly is going to be pretty bad. But this is still mildly, I mean, it's a mild change. Like it doesn't actually directly affect anyone silver or below, and it indirectly affects gold. But it's still, I think it's like mostly expected because now it's more like other Olympiads, but it's still very much frustrating. And I just hope they didn't, dump all these orzosities on us, or maybe they'll just be kind of humane and invite a bunch of people to the US Open contest. Maybe they'll invite all of platinum to the US Open contest so that they don't have to actually determine that much just from the first one, and they can make it just regular gold difficulty, which doesn't even do that much because I struggle to even solve a 2016 January gold. But anyways, yeah, that's the event for today. I didn't solve anything at all. I'm just kind of crashing out now. There's 2 days left. What can I do other than crashing out? I bet everyone else is crashing out. If you're not crashing out, you're going to make platinum. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.